we're back. It's about time.
First of all, right, it's all going to tie in, don't worry. So first of all, Garcia Campbell.
Garcia Campbell in the
Garcia
boxing.
Campbell, yes, in the boxing.
It was a good fight. It was. It was a
good to
very good
watch.
fight. I agree. Garcia's first test, real test.
Yeah, first real test. What do you think? What was your thoughts when you were watching it? Because we watched it together, didn't we? We actually watched it live.
Together. I thought it was a good fight. I thought it was the unknown. It was the unknown going in. I thought Campbell, to be honest, was probably going to do him.
I agree.
Because he was untested. And judging after a couple of rounds, when I think he dropped him in this, was it the second or third round? Second, was it?
Yes, early on.
It looked as if like I was going to be proven right. I know that me and you spoke about it a bit before, and I thought that Garcia looked flashy. But as far as like a boxing goes at the top level, I thought that's exactly the way I thought it was going to go. He looked like he had no defence.
Yep.
And looked like when he clipped him with that and put him down, it looked bad. Credit to him, he got back up and got straight back into it, and took it well.
Campbell didn't jump on him though, did he? Really, he didn't try and finish it.
He didn't go all out, did he?
No, he didn't.
He didn't go all out, which I'm sure, in hindsight, you're probably thinking you wish he did. But at the same time, it's like, what do you do? Do you know what I mean? Everything looks all right, and if you'd waited and got him out of there the next round, which I thought was a high possibility, you'd made the right decision. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah. But massive credit to that Garcia. Massive credit.
Yeah, he showed
massive credit.
He showed a lot of heart to get back up and then still continue to press the fight, because he didn't look too hurt, really, did he, when he kind of got back up?
No, looked fine. Looked to his corner and nodded his head, and that was it. Like as if it was as if like go ahead and let's get back to it.
Yeah, and I think Campbell, we all expected Campbell to either. Well, we expected the way it was going to go was Garcia knockout probably early on, or Campbell was going to absolutely school him and show him how to box, really, because we've never seen that Garcia box at all, have we? Really, we've just seen him knock people out. That's it.
Yeah,
which is great, but he hasn't fought anybody at Campbell's level, and I didn't know if he was going to be able to do it, to be honest with you. The body shot that he dropped Campbell with.
Oof. Yeah.
I mean, you don't get much cleaner, more powerful shots than
you can tell he's been training with Canelo, can't you?
You can tell he's been doing something.
Like body shots and hooks.
Yep, because I mean, that body shot, I felt that. But I didn't actually, when you're seeing it live, it didn't look, I was like, like what's happened there? And then when you see it in slow motion, it was a rib crippler, that, wasn't it?
Crazy, and it proves that he's got a lot of power.
A lot of power.
Now, like Luke Campbell's been in with Lomachenko, went the full distance. Yeah. You know what I mean? Being getting clamped all over. Mm-hmm. And he takes one proper
body
hook
shot
to the body, and it's over.
And it's over. Mm-hmm.
Which is good, because for him to be like a rising star, like it's great for him, isn't it? It proves that he's got the power to be dangerous against anybody, really.
Yeah.
He's putting Campbell away with like a body shot like that.
Yeah, it shows.
And Campbell said after he's never felt anything, he's never took a punch like that before. Like he's never felt that before.
It shows that he is deserving of being on that level in that respect, isn't he? That he can deal damage to people and get them out of there.
Absolutely.
I mean, there's still massive question marks over Garcia. Like
that's his first proper fight, and it's crazy. Like the social media world's just like crazy now. He's looking to fight Pac-Man, do you know what I mean? Like Pacquiao, he's just announced. Like,
see, that's really what we want to talk about now going forwards, is what his possibilities were, because there was talks of him fighting Gervonta Davis, Devin Haney.
Ooh, the tank.
Do you know what I mean? And then it looks like we're in for seeing Garcia versus Pacquiao. When you seen that, what was your thoughts when you seen I didn't know if it was a social media like stunt.
Well, you know, like the way that, like the thing is today in the world, like it's all about following and that, isn't it? Like, look at the McGregor Mayweather. Yeah. If you've got the following and you know it's going to be big and it's going to draw eyes to the fight and to the sport, anybody can fight anyone, really. these days, as you can see with the YouTubers and stuff like that, like Logan Paul Mayweather.
Which is good in some ways, but not
It's
so
good
good
in
in
some
others.
ways, like, so I wasn't that surprised when I seen it, to be honest. Like, I was a bit like, oh, like, I didn't expect it, but like, you know that these things, like, talks like this are happening these days, like, where really, like, my initial thoughts is Pac-Man will still be far too good for him.
Yeah, I think
And
that's
it's,
everyone's initial thoughts.
and like, I think, I mean, how old's Pacquiao now? Like 42?
I think he's
But he's still
42. Yeah.
unbelievably fast. Like, and even though he won't be the fighter he was 6, 7 years ago, I'd be very surprised if he doesn't knock him out during the fight, if not early. Like, I just would. He called out Tank after the fight, and I'm a fan of Tank.
Yeah.
And he's what I love watching Tank. He's very exciting, but also as a boxer, I think he's class. Like, and Mayweather's sort of, I know he's Mayweather's fighter, but Mayweather's always like said he's like a really good boxer as well. It's not just his power. And I'm not a boxing expert now, but when I seen Campbell drop Garcia, and he's not a quick, and it was so simple, like he just leaned back with his chin up in the air, which is just not a good thing, and it was like an easy knockdown. Really, he didn't do anything flashy. Just threw in, like, what was it, an overhand left hook or something. Just, I think if he's coming up against a person like Tank, I don't think he's. I think that fight gets finished early.
That's where them question marks come in. I think against any of the top guys on, like, at that level, at that weight or around about that weight, is Garcia's defense was non-existent. Really, was it? There wasn't any. There was. I can't remember. I mean, I have only watched the fight once, but I can't remember any head movement.
Yeah.
Like when we were watching it, I remember seeing he's got no head movement whatsoever. He's very flat-footed. The only thing he's got, from what we're seeing in that fight, is he's quick getting in and out on his feet. Like, do you know what I mean? And that was what he did. He didn't do anything else pretty much defensively, I didn't think.
Yeah, not really defensively. He showed like massive flaws, I would say, if I had to take.
Because then if you were to pick him up from that fight and just drop him in the ring with like Gervonta Davis, Devin Haney, Pacquiao, like, for me, he's not beating any of them. Just pure, not saying he can't knock them out or he can't do it. Just defensively and boxing ability that was shown on that night.
Yeah.
They always say you're only as good as your last fight in boxing.
Yeah.
And if you were to drop that Ryan Garcia into a ring with those people, I can't see him winning. Is honesty, but you never know.
I think when me and you watched it, I think you said something like he looked like a YouTuber.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
and he sort of did. Obviously, he's not, but we get that, like, you know, you can sort of tell when somebody's is a world class boxer. You can just, like, he didn't look like that.
No,
he just didn't look like it. You could tell, like, he just wasn't.
He didn't look like he belonged
but
there.
There's loads of positives. There's loads of positives. You could tell he was as fit. You looked like you could do rounds at that pace for 24 rounds, never mind 12. And I just think there's loads of time for him to grow. Like, for me, if they want to, I don't think he should be jumping into fights like that at this minute. But having said that, I think there's a possibility, like you say, he catches Pacquiao and becomes the biggest star in the world.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the thing. You just don't know. And I mean, it might be the right time to fight Pacquiao because of his age and stuff, and that might give him the next little boost. He might learn a hell of a lot in the next fight. Because when you look at the likes of Joshua, who literally learned on the job, like he he was learning. You could tell every fight he was in, he was learning something. He was getting better. He was changing. Garcia could be one of them fighters that just learns from fighting in the ring. No, it's interesting. He's definitely got an interesting future. And I mean, he's got all the right people around him to make it happen, hasn't he? So we've got to see.
It just goes to prove that, like, social media and stuff's just that big. It's like overrides everything in this day and age.
Yeah.
Because, like, the guy's got a huge YouTube following, huge Instagram following before his, like, first test fight. Like, so that just puts him, like, ready to make the biggest fights in the world straight away.
Mm-hmm. So why
you know
wait?
What I mean?
That's what they're thinking. Why wait?
Yeah, why wait? Which, like I say, it's a business, isn't it? So,
have you got anything to add that you want to add, Turkey, about the Garcia Campbell fight?
The Garcia Campbell fight. I'll just sum it up what I thought. So, going in, thought he would get beat. He won. So, great credit to him. Massive credit to him. do I think, did I see enough there or anything to say he's at the top level? I didn't. But, like I say, hopefully I'm wrong and he is going to be at the top level. But for me, he needs like if it was me and I'm thinking like putting the sort of managerial head on, like I wouldn't want him to be fighting Pacquiao next.
There's a lot of experience in that ring with
Just a bit.
Do you know what I
Just
mean?
a bit of experience, yeah.
Like that's one serious step up.
I mean, you're talking one of the best fighters of all time. That's although his age, like look at his last couple of fights, like he's looked
still got
unbelievable.
it.
Still,
He's
he's
still
still
got
as
it.
quick as out.
Do you know what I mean?
You know, it's just like so. It makes sense in Pacquiao's eyes as well. So, but I would like to watch it.
Definitely.
I'll be one of the people that'll be watching it.
Oh,
So
we'll both be watching it. Well, thank you for that insight, Turkey. I don't know why
you're welcome.
I don't know why you say you're not a boxing expert because you sound like one.
Oh, I am. Real psychology, man.
So yeah, no, there's loads of boxing going on at the minute, so I'm sure there'll be very, very interesting and loads more videos coming up talking about the heavyweights and all the different fights that's happening at the minute. So stay tuned, make sure you subscribe, like the video, it really helps out, and we'll leave it there, I think.
Yep.
See you in the next one.
Peace.